Welcome to the Dayclean Devotion Queen Podcast. Each week, our podcast episodes breathe life into selected themes from the DDQ Meditation Journal. Hosted by our founder, Najma Thomas, we engage in heartfelt discussions with a diverse roster of inspirational Queen sisters. We explore their unique perspectives, uncover the wisdoms shaped by their journeys, and celebrate the trials and victories along the way. Together, we are creating a womanifestation space where conversation meets examination and sparks transformation. Hey, Queen sis. It's Najma, the Dayclean Devotion Queen, back for another solo session of the DDQ podcast. So for this episode, I'm going to do something a little different. We're still in the celebration theme, celebration season, and it is the season of celebration. So I mentioned in the newsletter for November, y'all, can you believe it's November already? I don't know. I don't know where the time is. I have no idea. If it wasn't for journaling, I say this often. If it wasn't for journaling every day, I would swear that we're in a time warp and some of my days have been stolen, but I have I have proof in my own handwriting that I had these days. So here we are. It is November 5th. And so it's the most wonderful time of the year. If you're watching this episode on YouTube or Spotify, then you see I have my little mini tree here. Yeah, y'all, I'm into the season. I'm leaning all the way in. And this session, I'm calling DDQ a few of my favorite things. So I want to share with you for this episode and another one later on this month, just a couple of things that I really enjoy. This is not about like sponsorships or anything like that. This is just sharing some of the things that I use to amp the luxury in my life, to bring a little extra sparkle, a little extra joy, a little extra razzle dazzle. And so, thinking I want to share it with you. Some of these products you may be familiar with, some of them might be brand new to you. So I'm gonna get started. And a lot of the products are by some of the Queen sisters that we have featured as guests on the podcast before, and some that we'll be talking to later on the season. So first up, I want to talk to you about some of my favorite things when it comes to skincare and self-care. When I think of self-care, one of the first things that comes to mind is this softness. I think of scent, and I think of, being infused with soulfulness, and that brings me to one of my all-time favorite luxury brands. And I'll say about many of the brands that I'm going to feature, one of the things they all have in common, these are craftswomen that I know. I have built very meaningful relationships with them. I know their products. I know their intentions behind their work. I feel like they are working towards some of the same kinds of self-determination and legacy building work that I'm working on. So there's that added dimension of having a relationship with the craftspeople. And I don't know, but one of my inspirational queens, the Queen Quet always says, we have to go back to old landmark. And I think one of the things we enjoyed about some of our past times is we used to have really close relationships with the craftswomen and craftsmen in our communities, right? We knew the quality of their work. We could rely on their materials. So I'm hoping with this the new world order we've got popping off, that we're gonna get some of that back. Okay, so first up, Kersha's touch. Kirsch's touch is one of my absolute favorite ways to indulge, or as my Island Queen sis Kirsha says, to bless up yourself, gal. Go and bless up yourself. And when I use her products, I feel like I am blessing up myself, like I'm honoring my skin and my spirit. Like I said, I have a wonderful relationship with Kersha. I know what she uses. She uses healing, natural products like turmeric, goat milk, moringa, and that's just to name a tiny few. So let me show you, for those of you who are watching, I'm going to show you, I've got my bounty table of favorite things here. So this is a wonderful box that Kersha put together for me for my Born Day celebration. So I have been using a special You Glow Girl facial system that she crafted. I like to say she crafted it just for me, y'all. We'll we'll see if she holds up to that story. But it's a four-step facial process. The first step is this African black soap facial cleanser, and it's made with rosemary and argan oil and all of the great things. See right there. It is exquisite. It lathers up so easily. One or two little squirts, that's all you need from this little tiny bottle. Okay, so you start there with the cleanser, and then she's got a toner. I'm not sure what's in this toner, y'all. I don't know what's in this little bottle of magic. We're going to talk to Kersha later on this month, and she will tell us exactly what's in this bottle of magic toner. But I'm telling you, I'm calling it magic toner. I've been using this four-step system since June, and all of these dark spots and stubborn, memories of adult pimples, adult acne have gone slowly away. The third step is this serum, Kirsch's facial serum. Again, couple of pumps, just luxuriating over your face, and following it up, closing out the four-step process with the You Glow Girl Face Cream. This is handcrafted with goat milk, rose water, cocoa butter, olive oil, jojoba oil, turmeric powder, ginger. The list of wonderful ingredients goes on, and it's like a mousse. You you just kind of want to just put all of this on your face at one time. It's so soft and smooth and beautiful. You see that color? Look at that beautiful color. I hope you can see it. It it is a glowing representation of the turmeric powder that's in there. So yeah, the You Glow Girl facial system is one that I adore from Kersha's Touch. The other product I absolutely have to have from Kersha's Touch is the brown sugar fig exfoliating shower gel. Okay, I wish that I could describe the smell of this shower gel to you a little more effectively, but just think fresh figs and berries. It is the most heated elixir when you're in the shower. And we're gonna have a chat with Kersha in next week's episode. So we'll ask her to tell us a little bit more about these products. The last thing I want to show you are these bathing squares. I cannot legitimately call them washcloths because I mean the handcrafted the handcrafted knitted beauties. Yeah, I can't use regular washcloths anymore. This is the problem with the craftswomen in my lives. They spoiled me, so I cannot use regular products anymore. Can't go back. Can't go back. So that's Kersha's Touch. Next, let's see what's on the DDQ list. Oh, Coffee Lady 31. Oh, my Earth sister, Cecilia. Okay, so my Earth sis is a farmer like myself, And she has crafted two items. She's got many, many items, many, many items, but two of my favorite items are her pain ease salve and her healing body butters. I think they are Black girl magic in a container, y'all. After a long, hard day at the farm, all I want to do is shower and anoint every aching muscle with all of this goodness. The salve here, this pain ease salve, it's smooth, it's soothing. Oh, it just does not have an overpowering smell. It doesn't feel oily. But believe you me, it works. So we don't have to smell like like menthol, like the old creams that grandma used to slather on you when you were aching. No shade to grandma, no shade to our elders, right? But there are other options for us now, and the Coffee Lady 31 has really crafted something that works. It's like aromatherapy meets pain relief. And I'm telling you, even my partner Daryl, who's probably listening, so if I'm wrong, he'll chime in on social media and call me out. But he says it works for him and his hard knocks. So uh yeah, gentle, wonderful, beautiful, and effective. The other thing I like is her body butter. So this is Winter Solace. This is, oh my goodness, I don't know. It smells like Christmas. It smells like Christmas time. It's got shea coconut oil infused with almond oil and a special essential oil blend. I think she's got a pine tree branch in there. Yeah, that's a Christmas tree in there. We're gonna have to touch base with my earth sis so she could tell me what the secret ingredient is in that tin of black girl magic. And I mentioned, the painting salve works for my partner. Here's the other thing. I'm gonna pick on Daryl a little bit today because I am convinced, y'all, we might need to do an intervention. I'm convinced that the brother is addicted to Naturally Geechee's lip balm. This right here. He cannot go right now in one of his pockets. It doesn't matter where he's sitting. He is within arm's reach of this lip balm. And if he doesn't have it, then he tries to take mine. And I have to give it to him because, I don't want him to have a nervous breakdown or anything. This lip balm is the answer to the winter season, but all season long, really. And you know how some lip balms you have to keep applying and keep applying? I think some of them have an ingredient in there that is actually drying your lips out. Not this Naturally Geechee by our queen sis Abena out of the Chuck, Charlestown Low Country. And again, I think this lip balm should come with a warning label. Be prepared to be hooked for life. But the other thing that Naturally Geechee makes that I think I'm hooked on is their whipped shea butter line. She's got, look at this beautiful container. Again, okay, so if you're listening and you're not watching, this is it's a beautiful wood grain colored top. It's a glass jar. And two of my favorite scents for Naturally Geechee's luxury whipped shea butter line is Geechee Couture. And what does Geechee Couture remind me of? Um, I think the one way I can describe it is luxury went on vacation. That's what it smells like. Luxury took a vacation and it's just relaxing in a jar. I love the Geechee Couture line, scent of this line, and I love the butterfly kisses. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how she put together this. Let's see what she says is in here. coconut oil, grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, macadamia nut oil, mint and rosemary essential oils, and aloe vera, all coming together. Does it smell like a monarch butterfly fluttering by you? Yes, butterfly kisses for the win. Cue up Prince, Queen Sis, because nothing compares, like absolutely nothing compares to Naturally Geechee's lip balms and whip shea. And it's moisture all day long. Okay, so you're gonna apply once. I mean, I did the test this morning before I left, so I could say this legitimately. I applied my uh, Geechee Couture whip shea on my hands before I left for work this morning. It is late evening when I'm recording this, and my hands are still wonderfully moisturized. See? Okay. So we love, love, love Geechee, Naturally Geechee and the Geechee Couture and Butterfly Kisses, Shea Butter. And we must always have 10 lip balms on hand at all times for Brother Daryl. Let me get into some fashion, artistry, and everyday elegance. Okay, so I'm sure for a lot of uh, Queen Sisters listening in the DD community, style is about a statement and a story for us, right? And I just want to share a couple of makers that help tell stories through their fashion craft and their jewelry artistry. I'm going to start with one of my faves, one of my absolute favorites for like probably the past decade or more. This is Ngome Lifestyle Boutique. That's Natural Goddess of Mother Earth. Me being Earth People 6 from Earth People Farms, of course, there is fantastic alignment there. And this is also my classmate from way, way, so we go way back, y'all. And we're gonna chat with Sister Danelia later on in the month and talk a little bit more about what she's got going on. I've got a closet full of Afropolitan fits for every season, courtesy of Ngome. But here lately, I am just loving their black cameo pins. Okay, so y'all know the black cameo. You see that? Beautiful. So there's one in pink and brown. I've got it in a orange and ivory. This sister is beautiful, um, elegant. She's got her afro puffs and her earrings, and she is just unapologetically fabulous. This is my newest addition to my black cameo line. This is the denim. Yeah, I'm gonna call her denim. And just the colors, y'all. It's the colors and the class for me. You know, these adornments add an instant pop of culture and class to any outfit. So today I've got, just a fantastic, I think this is actually from Grassfields, but very, very in the vein of Ngome lifestyle. But even when you're not rocking the full Afropolitan fit, these black cameo pins just adds that extra, class and culture pop to anything you want to put on. And I also, just this weekend, I had the pleasure of putting my own hand to fashion with an Indinkra stamp make and take bar at an Ngoni pop-up shop at My Daisy's. And y'all, okay, so here we go. This started off as just a blank canvas bag, just blank, little zipper. And it ends up with this beautiful handcrafted Adinkra stamp. So the wooden stamp was actually crafted by another artisan, Hank Heron out of Beaufort. And Sister Darnelia, Queen Sis, has um, her make and take bar set up at her pop-up shop. You can pick your tassel for your bag and create your own. You select the kind of the specific Adinkra stamp that you want. This is the symbol that represents affluence and abundance. Y'all know we are all about abundance at DDQ, so of course I had to select that one. Um, and then I did another one here. This represents this Sigma symbol, this Adinkra symbol represents hardiness and endurance. And that's my life, y'all. I'm enduring and I'm enjoying too, okay? Beautiful blush pink tassel there, right? So meaningful pieces that you can create yourself. And I had the best time putting these pieces together at the Ngome pop-up shop make and take bar. That's the kind of extra special touch that you get when you're working with local artisans and craftswomen. So we're going to meet up, like I said, with the extraordinary Create Her, Danelia Chives, for an upcoming podcast. So be sure to tune in so you can catch some of the vibes. I want to also talk about stylistic cafe and custom jewelry pieces that are wearable art that you cannot find some of these pieces anywhere else. And I'm going to include links to all of these craftswomen, all of the boutiques. So definitely check the episode notes. Just scroll down so you can get the links. Um, I want to a quick example of some of the stylistic boutiques custom ear rings that she made. Again, another pop of color, another one of a kind piece of jewelry. And Cynthia with Stylistic Cafe does pop-up shops in some of the same spaces as in Gome. They are now at My Daisy's The Market. And oh gosh, hopefully we will have a conversation with the visionary behind My Daisy's at some point on this podcast. But it's just a fantastic thing to be able to watch Stylistic Cafe craft her jewelry pieces and take feedback from customers and design on the spot, in some cases based on the things they say they need. So love, love, love that. Consummate craftswoman with an eye for what the people want. And now I have to talk about, although she does create wearable art, what I want to share from my girl, Just Dornisha, is her custom vases. So I love fresh flowers. I love creating bouquets and having them for myself, giving them to my loved ones, especially my elders. I like to give them flowers while they can smell them, y'all. We talked about this with D. Godwin Hall and Mermaid City Flowers. So what I am holding in my hand right now is an example of a handcrafted vase. So Just Dornisha will find, these really unique vases, and she will paint a figure, an illustration. If you're not watching on YouTube, I'm going to explain it to you. This is a beautiful sister with huge hair, beautiful, is this auburn? Yeah, beautiful auburn locks, naturally curly. She's just got this lovely expression. She's holding a bouquet of fresh flowers, looks like roses, and just look, you can see the expression, the attention to detail on these flower vases. These are collector's items. I have several. I've got to show you one of my favorites here. This is a piece that was made. Look at that. It's huge. Two queens on this vase because, I have to be extra sometimes, right? And she is holding some of the herbs that we create at my family farm, Earth People, that we cultivate at my family farm, Earth People Farms. So she's holding mullein, and on the other side, She's depicted our Queen Anne's lace. So, oh yeah, and that's sweetgrass, y'all. That's sweetgrass right there. And a little bit of lemongrass because why not? So we'll put that there. And those are just a few of my favorite fashion artistry, everyday elegance things. The last section I want to talk about on my favorite things list is about grounding and reflection. And these are the things that I use to help me stay centered, inspired, ready for the day. I, of course, have to, what would Kersha say? Big up yourself, gal. So I have to represent the DDQ journal and day planner. And y'all, if you've been reading the newsletter, then you know I got the new edition of the journal, and I'm getting a new one every year because I fill up a journal every year. So this is the new edition. She comes with a jacket talking a little bit about, the day, the purpose for the Dayclean journal. And what I like about this new one is she lays flat. The previous editions were a little hard to write in when you got to the middle of the year. You got to little June-ish, the pages would flip up on you. Not with this one. She is laying flat. She is ready to take all of my memoirs for 2026. She is ready to give me reminders about how I need to curate the kind of abundant life that I want. So I have to big up the DDQ journal. She is one of my favorite things. Um, and the purpose for the journal, of course, to go beyond just tools for your day. It's like a companion. It's a friend. The journal listens to your affirmations, gives you your intentions and reflections. Kind of my consummate sounding board. It's gonna listen to me and not judge. We listen and we do not judge. So my journal is listening and it doesn't judge, and it is reflecting back to me the the kind of life that I'm trying to create. So it definitely helps me to stay grounded and inspired at the same time. Now, we already had the pleasure of catching up with Catherine Thompson last week when we talked about in the spirit. So, on that episode, I shared that she gifted me a mini Reiki session in her wonderful Reiki room. And there's just something so special about devoting time to healing energy. And that's the kind of, so it's not a tangible product, but it is a service that's on my favorite things. It's just being able to have, someone pour healing energy into you in a dedicated space. But I also want to point out one of her products because she pours healing energy into her handcrafted candles, and this really complements the energy healing experience. So her line is called The Unconventional Life. It's the calm and collected and spiritually aligned life. I really recommend that you take a look at that collection. And speaking of being calm and collected, before we wrap up, I often, and especially when I get a little bug in my, a little, what they call a froggy in my throat, when I'm journaling, when I'm getting the day underway, when the day is clean and fresh, I usually have a sip of tea, a cup of tea in my hand. And more often than not, if it's not Earth People Farms, then it is Green Heifer Farms tea. Here is one of the blends that I am currently enjoying. And you shouldn't be surprised, Queen Sis. It's the rich auntie, right? Butterfly pea flower, lemongrass, and hibiscus. Y'all, that hibiscus is it's just it for the season, right? The other thing I love from Green Heifer Farms is her holy basil. Like I buy that whole because I add it to my other herbal tea blends, and it is just a calming, mood balancing effect that complements my journaling practice. So it's my go-to, the ritual of writing, sipping tea, and being still. That is true devotion for me. So, these are a few of my favorite things. These are some of the things that make my days brighter, makes my routine more sacred and special every day. Because like that's what we have to do in these crazy times and regular times and every day. What we need to make our days special, right? And we can do that with small things. We don't have to go overboard. Every product, every maker, every curator carries a story. They embody resilience, creativity, and care. And I feel like I'm getting that energy when I adorn myself with their products, or when I, luxuriate with applying their products. So I'm getting that good energy back to me. So I hope something you heard today inspires you to support these artisans or others, right? Drop some suggestions on our social media page. It's like try something new or just treat yourself, and treat someone else in your circle. Be sure again to check out the episode notes and our website for a full listing of the DDQ's favorite things list. On my next solo episode later on this month, I'm going to highlight some of my favorite community profit organizations, because we've got a lot of great organizations doing fantastic work. And I just want to highlight a few of them, a few of my favorite things. In the meantime, I want to invite you, as always, share your thoughts on our social media pages. We're going to select 2 members of our DD community to win a gift basket. A gift, that's a contest, y'all, of some of our favorite things. So be on the lookout for the contest announcement. And thank you. Thank you so much for listening. As I close, I want to share that we just reached 1,000 downloads of our podcast, y'all. Like, yay! Thank you so much. This is a big milestone. We got to 1,000 before the year closed. And so I'm so appreciative of your continued support. Please share. Sharing is caring. You know, I say it every time. Sharing is caring. So don't keep all this good information to yourself, Queen Sis. Share it with someone else. Until next time, until next week, I hope the remainder of this week is everything you need it to be. And I hope that you treat yourself. And look, don't wait till the to Christmas. Do it now. Don't wait till Kwanzaa. Treat yourself down. Treat somebody else too. Thanks so much, Queen Sis. Take care.